Hello and welcome to the Illinois Association for College and Mission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday evening. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. If your question is for one specific school, just make sure to name the school in your question so they know it's for them. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists can't see or hear you. This presentation is being recorded. It'll be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Illinois. I've gotten the housekeeping stuff out of the way, so let me get out of the way now and turn it over to our first presentation from the representative from Wheaton College.
Hi, my name is Ellen, and I am one of the admissions counselors with Wheaton College, and we are directly west of the city of Chicago, about 30 miles and a 50-minute train ride / drive. So we are a distinctively Christian school for Christ and his kingdom, and we were founded in 1860. Our mission was to serve Christ, advance his kingdom through excellence in our liberal arts programs as well as grad programs, and to educate the whole person to build church and benefit society worldwide. So we welcome our students into a classroom of a liberal arts experience. So our Christ at the core is our Christ-centered general education curriculum. And so being a liberal arts degree, we want to help our students be freed up to learn, to love learning. And so that means learning how to speak and think and write and problem solve and be someone who understands different cultures and working with other people. And so our Gen Ed curriculum is set up into tags so that you don't have to study math in a vacuum or just science in one other piece. You can integrate different pieces together, taking classes that are as well integrated into Christian faith, forming that Christian worldview. And while you're here, you'll choose out of 40 different majors, programs, minors, certificates, accelerated master's programs, dual degrees, you name it. If there's something you want to do, there is most likely a way to get there. And so we also have, as of this fall, a brand new conservatory building. So if you're looking for a Christ-centered professional music degree, we offer 6 of them full-time music degrees, and as well as students, if you're just interested in music, half of our ensemble groups are just members of our community as a general college. And really leading the academic charge is a set of wonderful faculty. 97% of them have that terminal PhD degree, so it's Dr. So-and-so who will teach your class, and on average, it's a very small class size of about 20 students. And so they definitely get to know you, they know your name, and they will often, I would say the beauty of Wheaton professors is that they are so welcoming and friendly, and yes, care about you and what you're learning, but also care about you as a person. So it's not at all strange if professors say, hey, I missed class, like come on over to my house on Friday, we'll have pizza, we'll make up class. They're truly just phenomenal mentors and a huge part of your community experience, which of course, as well, the student body is also a huge part of your community experience. So students come from all 50 states, 90 different countries, and it's not just like one student flocked from each state. It is 80% of outside of Illinois. We are 30% domestic students of color, 16% coming from an international context, Mckay, TCK's third culture kind of blending together, maybe half your life in one country, half in another. And our retention rate is around 95% on a given year. So meaning that our students come from far away, which might not be the case for perhaps a lot of Illinois folks on the call, but there's a reason that they are retaining at Wheaton. And of course, academics, your friends, but as well, you're enjoying your time. So a huge part of student life is living on our campus. And so 90% of our students live on campus for all 4 years. And while you're on campus, there's a lot going on. So as a Christian school, a distinctively Christian school with all students, faculty, and staff affirming their Christian beliefs, there is chapel 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and as well lots of different Bible studies, different groups that come about through maybe your clubs or your sports teams, where that faith component is integrated together, where you want to be growing in your faith together, pursuing that. And so athletics, we are an NCAA Division III. We offer, of course, that varsity team. We also offer different club sports as well as intramurals, which are very popular. Even our president likes to get involved at 6 in the morning, jumping on court, playing some basketball. So you will see him there. Student groups, we have about, well, numbers always changing, always adding more, but about 100 different student groups ranging from interest groups of maybe environmental science club or bird watching club or stock investment club, swing dancing club. Students come to Wheaton with lots of, I don't know, fun energy that they want to invest into different clubs. Oftentimes they'll put on lots of campus-wide events or events through their different groups and clubs. And when students are not on campus, our campus in particular, we have branches off into other divisions that I'll highlight, some off-campus programs that we run through our university, our school. We have Wheaton in Chicago, so we have a Chicago campus where students will sign on for the semester to work for, have an internship. And as well, we have, you know, if a city life is not really your thing, I'm not a city person, I'm a Wheaton suburbs person. I recommend our Northwoods campus in the Northwoods of Wisconsin. We have a great facility there. And as well, we have access to downtown Wheaton and the city of Chicago. And so students they have lots of things going on. And so your next steps of what to do if you have questions, of course, I am here for the hours. So by all means, drop me some comments in the chat box. And as well, feel free to jot down any of these to connect with us, our office, you know, apply as well. That's another major step to this whole process. And we'd love to see you either for a visit or a virtual visit as well.
Thank you very much. And the Q&A button is where you can ask questions about anything you hear during the presentations. And if it's for a specific school, just name the school in your question. Up next, we'll hear from Carroll University.
Hi, everyone. Let me go ahead and get my presentation started. Hello, my name is Abby Joyce. I am an Associate Director of Enrollment at Carroll University. JCU is one of the 27 Jesuit Catholic universities in the United States. Carroll is located in University Heights, which is a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio. Our campus is a beautiful 60-acre residential campus. As a mid-sized liberal arts university located in a major U.S. city, you'll have access to the undeniable advantages that both our community and the city of Cleveland offers. U.S. News and World Reports ranks Carroll #2 in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest for 2020. So we're very proud of that. That's because we strive for more than what's required academically, personally, and socially. And both our faculty and staff empower you to achieve what others see as improbable. Our size is an advantage as we're focused on undergraduate education. So while our faculty do amazing research, they have chosen to be at JCU because teaching is their top priority. Faculty are the ones teaching your classes, which remain pretty small, with about an average class size of about 20 students. Faculty will get to know the real you and how your strengths translate into the right major and the right courses. They're able to support you in and out of the classroom, as they will help you reach your potential and meet your goals. Oftentimes, faculty are able to get to know you, the real you, to make recommendations for perhaps the right tracks, the right majors. And then when it comes to internships and job opportunities, they have the confidence to make recommendations about you individually to their colleagues in the workforce. We have over 70 academic programs to explore in both our College of Arts and Sciences and nationally ranked Boulder College of Business. So to highlight a few, accountancy is a top-notch program at JCU, as our students have the highest CPA passage rate in the state of Ohio year after year, and typically rank in the top 20 nationally. On the other end of the spectrum, our students are focused in the sciences as well, with the pre-health profession being a great pathway for our bio and chemistry majors. And students are actually able to do research as early as freshman year, either with their faculty or through various different partnerships. With our location in Cleveland, we are home to just minutes away from the Cleveland Clinic, which is the #2 hospital in the nation. So our students every year have an opportunity to intern at the Cleveland Clinic. So research opportunities, shadowing experiences. So that is a great pathway for students both in the sciences, but also outside of the sciences as well, in business as well. Exercise science and sports studies is actually something we're also nationally recognized for. We're often highlighted for our alumni leadership in positions as GMs, recruiters, and on coaching staffs. In the NFL, we are proud to have over 20 John Carroll alumni working on the sidelines or up in the front offices. Outside the classroom, our students are equally successful in their leadership opportunities within service experiences and athletics. If you're interested in continuing to be an athlete at the collegiate level, JCU has 23 Division III varsity sports, from football, swimming to lacrosse. We're really excited. We were able to have our seasons starting in the winter months, and now during the spring months are managing both fall and spring sports. So there is a lot of practicing happening on our fields and our courts, and a lot of action, and really, really excited to see our teams having great success amongst everything else. One other big component of a John Carroll experience is leadership. So that is leadership in student government, through student activities. There are over 100 different student organizations to be part of. And probably the #1 thing our students are involved in is service. As a Jesuit university, service is a huge mindset. Having a social justice mindset conversations, but then also doing that hands-on service experience. So if that is something you're involved in at the high school level, that is something that you really will have full experience as a college student as well. So some next steps about John Carroll. You can apply to John Carroll exclusively through the Common application. We have an early action deadline of December 1st. We are very happy to announce that we will continue to be test optional for at least 2 additional academic cycles. And by applying by December 1st, you'll have the opportunity to apply to our mission-based scholarship programs, which I would describe as a layer to any John Carroll experience. From our honors program, the Leadership Scholars Program, a Rupe Scholars, which is a more in-depth focus on social justice and service. And then finally, a very unique program, our Social Innovation Fellows Program, which is a focus on entrepreneurship. And then for our students coming from the Chicagoland area, we are very proud to have our Chicago Alumni Chapter Scholarship, which is awarded each year to 1 student. But it's the first of many areas of support from our engaged alumni just in the Chicagoland area alone. So please be sure to visit our website, jcu.edu admission, to learn more and updates about John Carroll. I am the enrollment manager for the state of Illinois, and I hope to connect with you soon.
Thank you very much. Questions for any of our presenters can be asked using the Q&A button. Up next, we will hear from the representative from American Academy of Art.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to bring us to a PowerPoint presentation about the Academy. I will also be placing some information into the chat regarding an upcoming open house this weekend. So American Academy of Art College is a 4-year private college that is located in downtown Chicago, specifically in the South Loop area. We are located in the building that you see with the big old red arrow above it. So when you attend a school in a city, it is a very different environment from attending a school that's on a traditional college campus. So I would very much suggest to students that are shopping colleges to really just visit various scenarios, so you can kind of use your own intuition and your own feelings regarding these locations, because location is a big part of your college experience. So we occupy 2 floors in this mid-rise. And when you attend a school in the city, the whole city basically is your campus. So across the street from the Academy is the Art Institute. Just north of us on Michigan Avenue is the Museum of Contemporary Art. A lot of people don't know about the Museum of Contemporary Photo, which is just a few blocks south of us. And then of course you have Museum Campus. So that's going to be like the Shed, the Field Museum, the Planetarium. And even if a museum is not necessarily an art museum per se, it still is a great reference. Our drawing students love to go to the Field Museum and draw from the artifacts. The parks, Millennium Park and Grant Park, become outdoor drawing and painting studios for our students. And for anyone that may be interested in photography as well, the city itself is a great backdrop for any type of portrait photography. Also take into consideration street photography. That's a big one too. We do have a dorm that we work with. I will honestly share with you that our school is more of a commuter school, but there are students that do participate in the dorm. Either they're coming from like out of state or very far away in Illinois, or you just have students that want to experience the city and not live at home to kind of get more of a college experience. So I will tell you guys that University Center is a lovely dorm. I have stayed there personally as an RA for our summer programs. There are a lot of great amenities there. They have a workout room. They have like a game billiard room. They have a conference room, laundry room. The cafeteria, I have to say, actually has some really great food as well. And it's a newer building. And even though it's newer, they recently did a remodel. And security, top notch. Like I will tell you, like you cannot get through security without belonging there. So I know that can be an issue when students are living in a city like Chicago. Parents want to make sure that their students feel safe. Also, we are a small school that currently had, like maybe before the pandemic, about 15 to 18 students in class. Right now, we are following CDC guidelines. We are at 10 students per class. Your major kind of dictates whether or not you're hybrid or live. So for example, our painting students do attend class every day. Our digital students have more of a hybrid schedule, and all of our gen ed classes currently are remote. What I will tell you about the Academy and what students really like about the Academy, because we do surveys with our students, the students love a small, intimate community. They like the fact that everyone knows each other. They also like the fact that everyone is a fellow artist. So that is one of the perks for some students. I mean, I'm not saying this is true of all art students, but for our students that we survey, they like the fact that the only major you really can choose from would be art, because they are attending classes with all like-minded people. The school has been in existence since 1923. Frank Young Sr. founded the school. He actually owned his own ad agency, and he even wrote books about advertising design. And what's really cool is he decided to create the Academy so he could share what he knew with more like young apprentice artists and students. So when I show you some of the history of the Academy, it's no surprise that my first two images are advertisements. So Hayden Sunbloom was the creator of the Coca-Cola Santa. Fun little fact about that, he actually used his own face. So he did a self-portrait to create Santa on many occasions. And the Coppertone baby, which was created by Joyce Ballantyne back in the 40s, that is her daughter. We have Alex Ross, who's a very famous graphic novel artist, very well known in his field. He's internationally renowned for his work with DC and Marvel. And we do have people working in the gaming industries. And I know a lot of high school students have an interest in that. Right now, we have Lorraine McLeese, one of our alum, working on Bungie. And I do want to mention that one of the co-creators of Mortal Kombat attended the Academy, John Tobias. At the Academy, we offer a BFA, or a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. This is a 4-year program. Our program is regionally accredited by North Central. You can pursue either traditional or digital illustration, graphic design, which includes app and web design. We also have 3D modeling and animation, art direction, which is creative project management, as well as photography, which is both darkroom and digital. My fine art major is painting, and there you can pursue either oil or watercolor. Many times students will ask, like, what is your #1 program? What are you most well known for? I would say that that would be illustration. And as I close, I do want to share a brief animation with you, helping everyone see how art is everywhere. This is like a PSA for going to art school. I know sometimes, you know, students want to do this, but they don't really understand, are there jobs out there? It can be very scary. And I want you guys to know that though art is a competitive field, I cannot lie, there are probably way more jobs out there than you originally thought. So if you start with your home and your surroundings that you may be in right now, the house or the apartment that you live in is architecture. That is design. The clothes that you are wearing right now is fashion design. The chair or the couch that you may be sitting on is furniture design. Any of the food that is in your refrigerator is packaged and created with logos. That's graphic design. Also think about billboards, magazine covers, movie posters, toys and games. The list goes on and on. So I would just ask that you keep an open mind about pursuing the arts. It is a magical, wonderful, very cool field to be in. And I will be putting some information in the chat now regarding our open house on Saturday, which will be on Zoom. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'll mention once again, you can ask questions using the Q&A button, but also keep an eye on the chat. As was mentioned, that the representatives might share information, links, that sort of thing in the chat during this session. Up next, let's hear from the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kate Mckay. I am an admissions counselor at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater and very excited to get to share some cool information with y'all today. So first of all, just a little bit about me. Obviously, I've had a haircut since that headshot, but I am an admissions counselor at UW-Whitewater. I've been in our office about 2.5 years and am a proud alumna of UW-Whitewater. So know a lot about campus and that actual student experience. I was a psych major, studied abroad while I was there, played on the college basketball team. There's a picture of me as an orientation leader. So just had a great time there and so excited to share some more about this institution with you. UW-Whitewater is a mid-size institution. So we have around 12,500 students overall. Over 4,000 of those students are first-generation students. So meaning that they're the first in their family to go complete that college degree. What that means for our entire student body is that we have a ton of resources on campus just to ensure that everyone's able to be successful. We also have over 1,000 students on campus that use services through our Center for Students with Disabilities. And so I'll talk a little bit about that on the next slide, but definitely an institution that really works with our mission to serve students with disabilities. A little bit about where we're located. We are located in the city of Whitewater, Wisconsin, a bit smaller town, around 14,000 total residents, but a really cool dynamic between this mid-sized institution that almost doubles the size of this town. And we are only about 2 hours outside of the Chicago area, so not too far for those of you who may be from Chicago. Now, a couple other things that we are proud of here at UW-Whitewater. We were voted the safest college campus in the state of Wisconsin. So really proud of the fact that our students can come to campus, have that awesome college experience, and not have to worry about their safety while they're here. I also mentioned that we serve over 1,000 students with disabilities on campus. We are a nationally ranked access campus for students with disabilities. So do a lot of work with students who have 504s, IEPs, or have any living or learning accommodations on campus. So get to work one-on-one with one of our coordinators to ensure that you're able to have all of your needs met. We have a 4 out of 5 stars for LGBTQ inclusivity. So we're doing a lot of things on campus to make sure that everyone's able to feel safe and welcome here. And the last thing I'll highlight here, probably the thing we're most proud of, is that 98.8, almost 99% of our graduates are actually employed or in a graduate school program within a year of graduation, meaning that we're really just doing our job as a college, right? Getting you all of those experiences you need in the classroom and out in the real world so that you can go on to get hired and be successful in pursuing a graduate program. Now, as far as academics goes, like everyone else, we have a really broad array of academic programs, over 70 majors, over 100 minors, ranging from arts, business, education, the sciences, lots of different programs there. As far as what we're most well known for, we are the largest accredited business school in the state of Wisconsin and do have an accreditation through the AACSB, which accredits less than 10% of business schools worldwide. We're also very well known as a teachers college. We've been educating teachers for over 150 years and actually graduate the most licensed teachers in the state of Wisconsin. So if you're looking for business or education, we are definitely a great school for that. Lots of other wonderful programs as well, as I can attest to the psych program, music, arts, lots of different things going on. As a mid-sized institution, though, there are definitely some benefits. We have 100% of our classes taught by faculty and instructional staff, so you will never have a graduate assistant or teacher's assistant teaching any of your courses. Always going to be a professor with a master's degree or a PhD. We also have a small average class size, only 28, probably pretty similar to what you have in high school. So you really have the opportunity to create those relationships with your professors and really get to know them and be a really active participant in your education. Now, obviously, you can't spend all your time learning, right? You got to do some fun things on campus as well. We are an NCAA Division III institution. So if you're looking at participating in college athletics, that's where we fall there. We also have a ton of intramural and club teams as well. But as far as those NCAA teams go, we are very successful in college athletics. We are the only team in all of NCAA Division I, II, and III to win the trifecta, which is a national championship in football, men's basketball, and baseball all in the same year. So a tradition of athletic success at UW-Whitewater. We also have over 200 student organizations. Over 90% of our students are participating in high impact practices, so internships, undergraduate research, study abroad, jobs on campus, of which we have over 3,000 as well. So lots of ways to get involved outside of that classroom. As far as cost goes, we were voted the best value in the University of Wisconsin system. For our out-of-state students, we are just around that $24,000 a year mark, but that is all inclusive. So that total cost includes your tuition, room and board, 95% of your textbooks, because we have the largest textbook rental in the state of Wisconsin as well. At all of your home athletic events, laundry in the residence halls, tutoring, printing on campus, and that's all before financial aid. We gave away over $2 million in scholarships last year, so we do have merit-based scholarships for our out-of-state students and a lot of other aid opportunities as well. A very affordable option if you're looking to get out of state. I want to touch just briefly on our application. So we are on the UW system application, and whether you are someone who is kind of just starting that college search or kind of farther into the process, we are still accepting applications for this fall. So you can go to that link on the screen, apply.wisconsin.edu, and that'll take you to our application. We have no application fee, and all we require from you is going to be your application and a copy of your transcript. So fairly easy process to apply and still available. Last piece I'll touch on is we'd love for you to come visit us. Our tour site is listed on the screen as well. We are currently offering in-person and virtual opportunities, so I'd love to see you on campus or virtually.
Thank you very much. And once again, submit questions using the Q&A button. If it's for a specific school, just name the school in your question and make sure to pay attention to the chat when things come through so you can take advantage of the links and the contact info shared there. Up next, we'll hear from North Park University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Erin Matanti. I'm the Assistant Director of Music, Art, and Theater Recruitment at North Park, but I also work in admissions, so I'm kind of on both sides. I'm going to share my screen here. Let me find my screen. What do I want to show? I'm used to doing a lot of Microsoft Teams, so just bear with me just one moment. Just to kind of start with what we provide at North Park, we, in terms of location, we're in the city of Chicago. We're in the north side of the city, North Park neighborhood. I think what makes us unique is that we're in the city, but we're not in the downtown area, about 8 miles north of downtown. I'm just going to have a chat with you because for some reason I'm not able to pull up my screen. In terms of our student population, we have about 1,700 undergrads. So we're a small liberal arts community. I would say we have about 1,000 seminary and graduate students. So, again, 3,000 students. Student ratio 12:1, so you're going to get that intimate experience at North Park. Small schools can provide that. In terms of our core values as an institution, we're Christian, city-centered, and intercultural. Those are the big 3 selling points which we find makes us unique as an institution. We're also a liberal arts community, like I mentioned earlier. So some of the majors that we have, flagship programs, we have business and nursing. That tends to be our most special majors, or most popular majors. What other majors? Majors that make us unique: criminal justice, athletic training. But we have 40+ majors, so there's a wide variety to choose from. About 1/3 of our students are STEM. So we actually built a beautiful building called the Johnson Center in 2014 that houses our STEM program, biology, popular major that goes into that building. Another unique thing about North Park that I like to talk about, and this is just partly due to the fact that I recruit for the arts, but we have majors and non-majors alike that participate. In our music program. We built a brand new building. Well, actually renovated, gutted it out in 2018. acoustically sound. For a small institution in the city, you know, I mean, it's a lovely facility. You know, prior coming to North Park, I served as an adjunct professor on the South Side for many, many years in music. And so I've seen North Park kind of grow in terms of when I've mentored students and such. They're really trying to create a great space for our musicians. We are known for our academic and cultural diversity as well. The area we're located in is the most diverse, we're located in the most diverse zip code in the state of Illinois. Third in the country. So we're proud of that. With our academics, you know, we have a wide variety of students. They range from a 3.0 to a 3.6 GPA. You know, we're all about the fit. And I think that's important to note, that we can all learn from each other as students, no matter where we're coming in from whichever background. We are D3, so we do have athletics available at North Park if you so desire to participate. Some other things to note too is that the majority of our students do commute, but we do have housing. We have 3 dormitories, 2 co-ed, 1 all-female. And then we have apartments and houses for our students too. But most of our freshmen are actually on campus because we want to give them that experience. A number of scholarships, like a lot of my colleagues have been talking about. We need that. Our scholarships have been, they've been raised the last couple of years, so they're very competitive. Also music scholarships, I like to push that a lot too, because that, you know, even if you're not a major, you can participate in our ensembles, which is great as well, and have applied lessons. In terms of our range, we're 32,380 right now. So, you know, for private institution, or right down the middle, we are friendly. We are also supportive of our undocumented students as well. You know, we became a Hispanic serving institution last year, so we're really trying to include as many cultures and give space to all students. We are on rolling admissions, so you can apply at any time. I have students that are applying now. You know, the pandemic has really set us back in terms of making decisions. Some students know and some students don't, so we work with our students. It's a free application. We're also test optional, like a lot of my colleagues have stated. Pandemic, you know, you send in those transcripts and then we start from there. So there's for you. I'm going to go ahead and put some information in the chat since my screen wasn't sharing properly. I'll also leave my email, and if you need anything, you let me know. I'm happy to chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And again, questions can be asked using the Q&A button at any time. Let's hear now from the representative from Purdue University.
Great, thank you so much. My name is Mary Ward, Assistant Director of Admissions for Purdue University. I'm actually a regional rep, so I live and work in the Chicagoland area. So Purdue is a big campus. We had almost 35,000 undergrad students in 2020. Our freshman class was 8,869. We are the land grant public institution for the state of Indiana, so majority of our students are in state, but we do have at least 2 students from every 50 states, but we're very diverse too. So we have students from around the world, actually 130 countries. Our student population, 24% is minority and 12% international. But even though we are a big campus with all those perks of a big university, we still have a small feeling on our campus. The average classroom size is 31 and student to faculty ratio is 13:1. So we are located in West Lafayette, Indiana. It's only 2 hours from Chicago and an hour from Indianapolis. So easy drive if you're from Chicago. We also have a bus shuttle that goes from Chicago directly to our campus. So if you don't have a car, you can get to campus easily. But there's a lot happening in West Lafayette. Right on the top picture on the left is the walking bridge, which connects West Lafayette to Lafayette. So those 2 towns together has a population of over 100,000. Many times we're ranked as one of the safest and best college towns in the US. So not only a lot of things happening on our campus, but off campus as well. There's, you know, other places to eat, there's parks, there's festivals. So plenty of things happening. So CCO is our Center for Career Opportunities. We're ranked 3rd best career service in the country. We like to call it the one-stop shop. So as you're getting ready to graduate from Purdue, they're going to help you put your resume together. We do mock interviews to make sure you're comfortable with the interview process. We even have a career closet full of professional clothes. So if you need something to wear for that interview, we provide that for our students. But this is actually a great office to work with, even your freshman year, because they're going to also help you find those internships. Last year, we had over 1,700 unique employers on our campus talking to students about jobs and internships. So every student on our campus has an academic advisor based on their major. If you're interested in any of our pre-professional programs like pre-law or pre-med, you have the opportunity to have a second advisor, a pre-professional advisor that's going to help you through that process of applying to professional school to make sure you are as competitive as possible. So we encourage you to get involved on our campus, and it's easy because we have over 1,000 clubs and organizations. So we have academic clubs, religious organizations. 20% of our students are involved in Greek life. We even have unique clubs like the Puppy Petting Club. You can see a picture there. We have a Disney movie watching club. One thing Purdue doesn't have is music majors, but we do have music minors. We have organizations, clubs, and orchestras. So if you are passionate about music, you can continue that at Purdue. So we do have 11 colleges and over 200 majors right on our campus. We also have 2 professional schools, College of Pharmacy and College of Veterinary Medicine. So when a student applies to Purdue, they are applying directly to their college and their major. Get more information on our website, but you do apply through the common application. We do have an early action November 1st deadline. So you want to try to get your application in by November 1st. It goes live August 1st. If you get it in by November 1st, you're automatically reviewed for merit-based scholarships. Most popular majors are going to be engineering. We are ranked 9th best engineering program in the country. Computer science, which is in our College of Science. It's not in our College of Engineering. Nursing, which is direct admit. Business, which is Cranard School of Management, and we are ranked top 25 business school in the country, and professional flight. We are actually the first institution to own and operate our own airport, so you can become a commercial pilot. You can also search your major by career interest. So if you're interested in the healthcare field or programming or business, it will show you all the majors that we have in that category. So how do we evaluate applications? We do it holistically, looking at many different factors. Number one is your high school coursework. What did you take in high school? What are the grades you received? The strength of your curriculum. Did you take AP? Did you take honors? ACT or SAT, we do not have a preference, but we were test flexible in fall 2021 because of COVID. Not sure what our policy is going to be moving forward, so please check our website for any updates. Common application is going to give you some prompts for an essay, 250 to 650 words. Also want to list any activities you've done in or outside of school and any leadership. And although we don't require letters of recommendation, we do suggest submitting 1 or 2. That's going to give us more information about you. So we are located in Indiana. Unfortunately, we don't have any bordering state discounts, but this is the 10th year our tuition has been frozen. So the current students at Purdue coming into fall 2021 are paying the same tuition that students on our campus did in 2012. So through the Office of Admissions, all of our events are currently canceled because of COVID, but we are doing a lot of virtual events. So please check our website to sign up for virtual events. All of our colleges, many organizations and clubs are offering that. And then we're doing small in-person tours also. So go to our website, check that out. Appreciate you getting on tonight to find out more about not just our school, but all the schools listed here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'll invite all of our representatives to come back on camera and to turn on their microphones as I'm going to do a quick little Q&A. We'll just have you respond in the same order that you presented. And we'll start with this question here, a little bit of value added for our attendees in this session. But the question is simply, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process right now? And we'll start with Wheaton College.
So it sounds very elementary. However, I would recommend whatever question you have, go to that college's website and take the keyword in whatever question it is and type it in. And whatever comes up first, just click on it, look it through, and then email your rep your question. Because say you have a question about scholarships, you're going to email me and say, tell me about scholarships. And I'm going to email you back and say, well, here's all this information. I copied and pasted from the website. However, if you read that first, you can ask me a question saying, well, I read this about the scholarship. So what exactly does this mean? So that is my recommendation for you.
John Carroll University.
So I know a lot of things about COVID has been frustrating, but a huge benefit of COVID is required the college admission cycle to change up a little bit and be a little bit more flexible and more creative with what we're offering. So we do have a lot of virtual opportunities out there. Take advantage of them. You're learning more about schools from all over the country, probably easier than you would have in normal times and normal years. So even though we're all a little zoomed out, take advantage of those opportunities.
American Academy of Art.
So just to piggyback on what John Carroll said, there are a lot of great opportunities now for you guys to have the convenience of doing virtual tours and, visiting college campuses that maybe normally you wouldn't have. So definitely take advantage of that. As I mentioned earlier, we have an open house on Saturday that's virtual. We also are going to start opening up the campus now to live visits. We started on Saturdays, and then we'll start doing that more, I think, like after Easter, and just kind of see how that all plays out. So what I would tell you is visiting a school is crucial. That's how I chose my college. Once you are physically in the school, I really think your intuition kicks in. And in terms of like following a path, following a major, so you can pursue a career, you simply need to think about what you're passionate about, what you enjoy doing. And if I were you, I would take a look at classes that you enjoy in high school. When I was in high school, I loved art and I loved speech. And that directly ties into what I do. And I've been doing this over 20 years and I'm still very much love what I do. So definitely follow your heart when you're looking for a career. You're going to spend a long time working. So you want to like what you do.
University of Wisconsin-Whitewater.
I would definitely just recommend checking out a ton of different schools, but a ton of different types of schools, right? Like everyone that's here on this presentation, we are all colleges. But Whitewater is different from Purdue, is different from John Carroll's, different from Wheaton, so check out a smaller school, check out a large state school, check out a private school. They all are going to feel really different and have a lot of different opportunities. And through that, you'll really be able to find, I think, like everyone else has kind of said, that right fit and all those different things that you're going to want in that college experience.
North Park University.
Yes, I'm going to kind of piggyback off of Miss Mckay. So yeah, I know for me, working with students, I like to recommend, consider your location and what is comfortable to you. I think really doing comparisons between rural and urban campuses can really set you up for success. I've been in admissions for 3 years now, and I've just noticed that's a trend. Like, location and size are really, really big selling points in determining where a student is going to go. So I would start there. Thank you.
And Purdue University.
Yeah, all great information. I would also tell students to kind of do their homework a little bit by checking everybody's website, make sure you know important dates and deadlines. But also know yourself, know what you like and what you don't like. Also, if you have a career that you're interested in, see if you can job shadow or even sit down and talk with a person that maybe has your dream job to find out things that you, to find out more about that job, to see if it's something you truly would be interested in.
Well, I want to thank everyone for sharing the advice and all the great info. And I want to thank you all for sharing information about each of your institutions. And I want to thank the attendees for joining us for this session. When you close this window, you will get a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings from this event at strivescan.com/Illinois. Once again, I want to thank each of our presenters from the 6 institutions that joined us for this session. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Take care.
Bye.